Long ago, in the golden heart of Ghana, where the great city of Kumasi spoke proud beneath the wide African sky, there lived a young man named Kofi. Kumasi was a place of rhythm and life. The trees whispered ancient secrets in the wind, the markets sang with laughter and color, and the earth itself seemed to remember stories older than time. And among those stories, there was one that no one spoke of loudly, a story about a dragon. Some said it was only a legend, some said it was a warning. And on one quiet morning, when the sun rose gently over Kumasi and the world seemed calm and ordinary, Kofi was about to begin an extraordinary journey. This is the story of Kofi the Dragon of Kumasi.
The great African kingdom of Kumasi lived in peace, surrounded by golden savanna and lush forests. But high above, dark clouds gathered around Mount Kweku, home to the terrible dragon, Ignis. One dread morning, Ignis descended. Its roar shattered the morning calm, and fire rained upon the savannah. Kofi, the strongest warrior and gladiator of Kumasi, watched the destruction from the high city walls. He was summoned instantly to the royal palace. King Namdi awaited him, grave and stern. "Kofi," the king commanded, "you must end this evil. Take the spear of sunlight and save our people." The spear changes shape. That is what makes it special. Kofi gripped the spear of sunlight tightly. His mission was clear: defeat Ignis and bring back peace. He traveled for days across the sun, baked plains, the savanna grass tall and whispering around him. He navigated rushing rivers, crossing slippery stones to reach the foothills of the dark mountain. At last, Mount Kweku dominated the skyline, its smoky peak a constant reminder of the evil lurking within. He found a sheltered cave for the night, sharpening his blade and tightening his battle straps. With the first light of dawn, Kofi began the dangerous climb up the steep, winding mountain path. The air grew thick with sulfur. He could smell the dragon's dark presence all around him now. Finally, he reached the mouth of the lair, a gaping hole in the rock, radiating heat and malice. Kofi stepped inside. The dark air vibrated, and the ground trembled under an immense weight. With a terrifying, deafening shriek, the dragon Ignis appeared, its obsidian scales gleaming in the dark. Ignis stretched its vast wings, creating a violent wind that threatened to knock the warrior off his feet. Kofi stood his ground, raising the spear of sunlight. He was ready to fight for Kumasi. Ignis let loose a torrent of white-hot fire, filling the air with searing heat and light. The heat was immense, but Kofi had dodged the deadly blast. He seized his chance to run closer. Ignis spotted him and swung its massive spiked tail, aiming to crush the warrior. Kofi leaped onto a tall, jagged rock, using the elevation to gain an advantage over the low-slung monster. The dragon roared its fury and lunged, snapping its mighty jaws at the spot where Kofi stood. In mid-air, Kofi saw it, a tiny seam where the dragon's leathery wing joined its body. With all his strength, the gladiator hurled the spear of sunlight toward the vulnerable spot. The spear found its mark. Ignis shrieked in agony as the sun's power pierced its dark heart. The enormous dragon stumbled, crashing to the ground. Its dark magic and fire faded away. Kofi stood victorious. The dark clouds vanished, and the golden sunlight shone once more upon Kumasi. The gladiator returned home, heralded by his king and all his people as the savior of Kumasi.